Weekend edition for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network meteorologist Danielle Noyes here. I know many of you check out this video at different points of the weekend. We've got you covered no matter when you're watching it. A pulse of damaging wind gusts on Saturday, feeling more like March than May. 40s, lower 50s, chilly, raw, and wet in spots. Milder Sunday, but another system approaches out of eastern Canada, and that will bubble up some showers and downpours, particularly during the afternoon and evening. And rounds of showers will linger into Monday and Tuesday. Not a washout, but still some upper level energy over us. So we're going to start with the general setup, and then I'll zoom into the New England view for you. Storm center, energized one. We've been talking about it all week, right? Right over us. We'll gradually pull away from the northeast by the time we get to this evening and tonight. Here comes the next one, diving in from north to south out of eastern Canada again for Sunday into Monday. So pockets of rain, some downpours. Notice some breaks in the action though too, so it's not raining nonstop. That will push south by the time we get to Tuesday, but there's still some upper level energy over us. So while Tuesday starts with sun, we're going to bubble up clouds and produce a couple of showers and downpours as well. So best tool to have is our app. It's kind of the one-stop shop for everything. The videos at the top, make sure your location and notifications are turned on and it's set to follow you if you're traveling as well. We got the interactive radar and the send to us tab. Don't forget that as you're out and about this weekend, or if you have a rainfall report or a picture you've taken, send to us right on there on the bottom right-hand side. So a little lull in the action for some spots if you're watching this early on Saturday, but the rain filling in over the course of mid to late morning combined with that pulse of wind. Notice northern New England will be drying out. So this is the map by late morning and early afternoon. Pockets of rain still in central, southern, eastern New England will taper in intensity and coverage. By the time we get to late afternoon and evening, the coastline still has some lingering showers and that onshore wind that will linger longest for the immediate South Shore and Cape before clearing comes in. It's a quiet start for our Sunday. Temperatures rise out of the 40s and 50s through the 60s to around 70. But notice even as early as midday, northern New England getting into a couple of showers, and these do bubble up really from early to mid-afternoon. So they're kind of hit or miss, but I would have the wet weather gear with you for Sunday afternoon and evening in the umbrella, because notice some of the deeper yellows in here. There's a lot of energy with this system coming in too. So scattered action through Sunday evening. Temperatures up around 70 will cool through the 60s and 50s with some pockets of rain continuing through the overnight on Sunday in spots. How much rain falls? You notice it will depend on where you are. There will likely be a stripe that sees about an inch, inch and a half, maybe even some locally higher totals. And then it's about a half an inch or so outside of that. That's through Saturday evening. Southwestern New England, far northern and eastern Maine removed, really only a few hundredths. Then we tack on the additional showers and downpours on Sunday. And you notice many spots ending up about a quarter to a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch by the end of the day. And Monday, we add even more with another round of showers bubbling up. So by the time all said and done, this is through Monday, many areas either side of about an inch in eastern, central, northern New England with some locally higher totals in Maine, and then the lesser amounts in far southwestern New England and in far northern and eastern Maine. Here's that pulse of wind north to south coming in. And this is the thing with this. It's a few hour window, but it's a quick ramp up. So the wind not that strong, and then boom, you get 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts over the course of mid to late morning. Midday, even Boston, Metro West, inland, some gusts to 45. At the coastline, the tip of Cape Ann, the South Shore to Cape Cod, we may have some gusts that go 50 to 60 miles per hour. And of course, with the leaves on the trees now, that does mean they kind of act like sails. So we may get some pockets of tree damage or limbs or some damage that comes down over the course of morning to afternoon. And then notice how quickly that wind will ease through the evening and the overnight. Sunday, it's a northwest wind. It should be light enough that a sea breeze kicks in, and then the wind actually shifts around. It'll be out of the southwest along the south coast. So most of us, wind is not an issue at all on Sunday, but it does briefly gust 10 to 20 miles per hour. The wave action is going to ramp up quickly over the course of Saturday morning. We're talking about 10, 11, 12-foot seas. Look at Wilkinson Basin, 14 footers, 10 to 12 footers offshore. So it's both near and offshore with gale warnings in effect. Notice when you get back up near the Bay of Fundy, that's much lower. And when you get back down near Long Island Sound. Otherwise, it's a gradual reduction in the wave action. By Sunday, we're still talking about some 4 to 8 foot seas offshore. By the time we get to the evening, near shore, we go 2 to 4 feet. And then by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday, generally 1 to 3 foot seas, although offshore, we're still talking about some 5 footers, particularly when you get well off of the coastline. High temperatures, this may be a little bit generous. That's it. We're talking 15, 25 degrees below average with highs in the 50s. maybe 60 in western New England with the break of sun. Widespread 30s to lower 40s with the touch of frost in far northern New England. I've shaded those areas in blue here, where the temperature does drop back into the mid 30s. So if you've done planting already, you want to protect the plants overnight Saturday night. Sunday up around 70, cooler at the coast, and then widespread 40s to lower 50s overnight. Monday will be a little bit cooler with the onshore wind, some lingering showers, and temperatures generally in the 50s and 60s. More and more of you signing up for our membership levels. 4 levels to choose from. We're just getting settled into a new office, setting up the studio. So inside track members, I know you're waiting on a podcast. We'll do that when we get set up. Membership.1degreeoutside.com for the details on each level and how to sign up as well. We appreciate your continued support. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.1degreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside weather.